Yeah, hello, my name is Jime Litwalk. I tattoo out of Orlando, Florida. I work at a shop called Ascension Tattoo. I started tattooing in 1992, 93 area, so kind of around 24 years now. I feel like I really haven't been tattooing that long a time, but long enough to where I could see a different transition in the industry. Some for good, some for worse. A lot of me wishes we can go back to the old days, but you got to keep an open mind about progression and stuff like that. So we're kind of heading in a good direction. I just wish we can keep some of the same integrity and values that we used to have back in the day. Everyone's in tattooing for a different reason, their own reasons, their own right. But I think we used to have to work for the information that we got, and I think there's a generation of false sense of entitlement now, where I think a lot of people just feel like everything's owed to them without doing the work. Everybody just wants, whether it be fame, fortune, or whatever it is that they're seeking out, to get to a higher level. But like back in the day, for us to get known, you used to just have to do good tattooing. Now it's almost like NASCAR. You're like, how many sponsors can I get? How many stickers on my banner can I get? Like how many people can I give me free shit? Like it's just a different era sometimes. Like then it was, you used to have to make the effort to go find the knowledge. Now everything is so easily accessible to you. Which on one half it's a good thing, but then the other half I think it kind of waters it down a little bit. I'm always going to do what I'm going to do, my style. I think at a certain point, like, reality shows are going to be there. It's like everything else, they find a way for social media and, pop culture to find, what's happening or what's trending or what's popular and find a way to make a buck out of it, For me, tattooing, long before a TV show and long after a TV show, I'm still going to just do what I do. So to be a part of it, half of me was the experience of pushing myself and, to want to better myself. And the other half is just, you use it as like a marketing tool, like people know me in the industry, but to maybe broaden my, clientele base to, some people that might have never, seen my style of artwork, it was kind of a reason for me doing it. I think a lot of times, when we kind of pigeonhole ourselves for a certain style, we kind of get lazy towards, broadening our horizons, When you first start out as an apprentice, you're a tattooer, you're not a tattoo artist yet, you're doing whatever walks in. You want to, it's just standard straight up tattooing 101. They come in, all they want is a good clean tattoo. That's your job, And after a while, you just kind of get used to just doing the specific thing, Not that it becomes mundane, but sometimes it's just almost like autopilot, And doing something like that show kind of makes you stop and kind of go back to the basics, And they just use their shitty, fancy TV, wordage to, try to French it up. But, at the end of the day, it's just tattooing, People who don't know my style, I would say it's like the old new school. It's a blend of what I would think. When I started tattooing, like I like the bold visuals of traditional style of tattooing, but I like the application of what portrait style of tattooing would be. So almost like an illustrative style of like just taking the two cultures that I know of tattooing between, semi-realism to traditional and just smashing them together. And it was just, adding my thumbprint to it, which would have been my drawing style. To me, traditional tattoos, you can read from across the room. The saying is bold will hold. It's almost like a sticker-esque type thing, And I like that. I like being able to just visually read what's going on, and you look at, the animation part is like, as a child, I've always wanted to be an animator. So just having something, just being able that I've drawn and created, I like to be able to draw something and someone knows that I did it, or no disrespect to people out there that, almost become like copy machine tattooers. It's like, unless I don't see the name underneath it, I couldn't tell you who did it. And I fucking draw pictures for a living. Like, it shit still blows my mind to this day. That's what I do, I don't gotta wipe no one's ass. I don't gotta punch no clock. I fucking, I doodle every day, and fucking people walk around with my artwork, man. That's fucking the coolest thing ever, man. It's how do you not want to better yourself? Just being able to still, con or convince people to wear my artwork, I love it.